Hey everybody, it's Brooke. I hope you're having a great day. So, I saw a great video, totally inspirational. Grab your envelope punch board, your scoreboard, or your corner rounder, or just your scissors, whatever you have, and come along. I'm sure by now you have guessed the person to whom I refer, and that would be Louise Heinzel. Louisa, I think she says Louisa. She is just a genius. And she was making these totally adorable little page tabs with just scraps and little tiny pieces of the Tim Holtz ephemera that I personally never know what to do with. So this is one that I've already made, and I'm going to show you how she did it and how I also did it. But, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I didn't have much of a spin to put on it because hers were terribly clever. She was using little index cards that she had. I actually took a file folder that was coffee dyed by the genius Michelle at Your Crafting Source. I have a couple of these file folders, and I had used part of one side for something, but there was still some left. So I just cut that into some strips that are 2 inches deep and 3 inches wide. And that's what I have. I've already made a whole bunch of these to play with, but I thought I would show you how Louisa did this. So the first thing you're going to do is take your little rectangle, and it's about 2 inches wide, and you're going to score it at 1 inch, and then just fold it right there. And I did a whole bunch of these at once, and it went pretty fast. Then you're going to go ahead and give that a burnish. I can put this aside. Get out your punch board. And what Louisa did, was lined up one corner, I think you can see that, one corner of the folded part. The actual fold is up against here, up against your ruler. This is the open edge. She lined up this corner with your diagonal line. And I know a lot of you hate your envelope punch board and can't figure it out, but maybe this is a way you can use it. So that's exciting. And then I'm taking the other side, and they're the little points, and I'm lining them up with that score guide on that side and just punching. Oops, it moved, but I think it'll be okay. We'll get that out of the way. And then all you have to do is take your scissors and cut that part off and turn it over and cut that part off. And there you have a fun little page tab. It's kind of like a wonky H when you open it up. If you don't have the envelope punch board, obviously you can just cut it with your scissors. That's just fine. The other thing that you can do, and I did it on a couple. Let's see if I can find the one I did. Oh, there we go. On this one, I just used my corner rounder. This one was kind of a funny size. It was like the leftover. So I just put it in my corner rounder and chomped those corners. So it is also super fun. And the whole point of these is to put them on one of your journal pages. Say this, I don't have a journal right here, but say this was your journal. You could put this on the right-hand side like that and have it sticking out. You could make it the other direction. It's a good idea to make some in both orientations so that they can go on either side. So if this were folded, and this is our left page, have some that would go on this side, or you could make them to go on the top. And that way, if they're already made, you've got them, you can grab them, and off you go to use them. Louisa pointed out that she finds it annoying sometimes when she's in the middle of making a journal to stop and make things like tabs. And I thought that was really funny that she said that, because I can totally relate. But I also am not crazy about the term mass make, because I never have been. You guys know that. And so this is kind of interesting because she pointed out you can make each one sort of deliberately, but just make several at a time while you have the things out. So that's what we're going to do. And she started out, I've got this little bucket over here, and in this side, it's like a little 3-compartment container. Yep, Dollar Tree is coming through. I dug through my big scrap bin and pulled out some scraps of lace and fabric. This has, oh, that's fabric too. It migrated. This has some sort of medium-sized Tim Holtz pieces. I went through a couple of containers that I have and picked out the smaller and tiny embellishments from Tim Holtz because I never know what to do with them. So they're in here. I have some actual postage stamps. These are photos. They're a digital download from Ruby and Pearl EXO. And I printed them 4 to a sheet, so they're tiny. And I'll link that down below, of course. These are some vintage International Harvester price tags that I actually had for a while. I think I'm out of those now, but I did find that little strip. So it's just a whole bunch of little bits. I pulled out a bucket of paper scraps. This is just what I keep when I'm making a journal. These are sort of just random scraps. I really like these. I think I'll pull this out because that's, you know, pulling it out of a spiral notebook sort of deal. What else do I have? I have my Tim Holtz Field Notes stamp set. Ooh, that's terribly glary. So I've got that one. If you don't have the Tim Holtz ephemera, you can certainly stamp these images and cut them out if you've got that instead, or if you want to pick your own colors. And then I grabbed this one too, which is super old. It's kind of fallen apart. It's so old it doesn't even have a name. This looks like one of the ones that came out at Michael's. Yeah, I don't know which one it is, but it does have the ticket, and it's got the 3 guys, and it's got some pen nibs and a definition. So I like that one. And I've got some tiny paper clips, just all the tiny things I could find I put out on my desk. Oh, and a bunch of labels. Some are mine, some are Tracy Fox, some are like real vintage ones. So these are ones I've just had cut out, and they just sit there in this little bucket. But they're tiny, and I forget about them. So let's use them. Okay, so here we go. Let's just get into this. The first thing that Louisa did was some background stamping. And I think I'm going to use my ticket stamp first. And I liked that she did it very loosely. She didn't want any bold images, but she liked the fact that it was text and numbers, which I think is also cool. So there's a little bit there, and I will put some on the back side or the front side, depending on which way that we orient this. And it doesn't have to be covered completely. It's just giving it a little bit of texture in the back. Do another one. I love the pattern on this file folder, so it's already got some fun stuff going on. And this one you can see I did something weird. So the front tab is shorter than the back tab. It doesn't matter because they'll be on different sides of the page, so you'll never be able to tell. So if your measuring gets off kilter, not to worry. It is not a big deal. So maybe I'll do one more with this one, and then we'll switch stamps. Whoops. You can see I'm not using a stamping block. I am not being terribly precise. This is how I clean my stamps. Yep, it is. Let's get into our field notes. And there's this identification check that has numbers and text and some writing. So that'll be fun. There are those two. I'll do that one too. Excellent. I love the stamp set. I don't have that many Tim Holtz sets, but this was a good investment. I use it a lot. Okay, there's that one. Let's do one more. I don't know if we'll actually get this many decorated, but I will do them at some point. As I've got all this stuff out, might as well make these, right? And there we go. Whoa, whoa! Slippery little rascals. Okay, so there are those. And then maybe we'll do... So we've got 4 there. We can do 2 right, 2 left, and let's do a couple top. The other thing... This one I did something to, and I'm not crazy about it. I messed up the measurements, so the tab part's kind of small. I'm not going to make that one right now because it bugs me. Oh, it looks like I have a couple of those. What the heck did I do? Who knows? Okay. Clean off my stamp-ish. Just putting it back in its sleeve so I don't misplace it. They're kind of little. And let's go to our curiosity definition. Oh, good. I'm getting inky. That means I'm working hard. Yay. So we'll put that right there. Oh, in case you're wondering, I am just using VersaFine Onyx Black ink. And there's that one. We can put that on the back. Terrific. And let's do one more like that. Yeah, I did. Some of these I messed up. I'm annoyed at myself. And did I just think this, or did I say it out loud? You can also use these on tags as a little pull tab, which I think is very handy. Or you can cut them down and make them a little smaller, not or, and or. If you want them to be shorter, you know, you can cut them down. Okay, cover up our stamp ink. Get this out of the way. Clean that stamp off. Yeah. And we'll just put those over here to the side. And then we'll get going. So Louisa did some fabric next, I think. Fabric or lace. I should have watched the video again. I didn't watch the whole thing through. Whoops. Okay, so let's do some that are oriented for the left-hand page, and some that are oriented for the right-hand page. Put them here to remind me. And then we'll have two that can be for the top. There we go. Yep, that'll work. And I've got this fun little piece of fabric. It's awfully neutral, though. Let's see what else we have. Ooh, I love this piece of lace. Let's use this one. Get out my art glitter glue. It's doing that volcano thing at the tip again. Is it just because my tip is junky? Maybe I need to go soak that. So I'll get some of that down. Put our lace right on there. Let some stick up at the top and stick down over the bottom, because that looks interesting. Anything else in there we want to put in? Well, I do have this. Oh, I have this little bit of silver embroidery floss. I don't know if you can see that, but I'll wrap that around my finger. And let's just make a little knob of it. That's technical talk. A little knob of lace, not lace, thread. And we'll just stick that down right in there. Get in there. And I've got my squeezers floating around here somewhere. Meanwhile, my floss is all untangling. Oh, here they are. They were hiding. You guys know I don't know how to operate these very well. So I'll just kind of tap all of that thread in there. I do want it kind of loose. I don't know why I'm trying to keep my fingers clean. A little late for that. That ship has sailed, huh? I haven't done this in a while. I guess I forgot the secret technique. Getting older is hard, guys. I'm telling you what. The brain doesn't work the way she used to. Alright then. There we go. That must have been terribly painful to watch. Sorry. And then we can go through here and see what we would like to put on there. I have some little tiny paper dolls. I have some labels. I kind of like that one. It's blank. We could stamp it, or we could leave it blank. Pull out one of these, maybe. Love that. Needs a little trim, but that's okay. And what else? Maybe a medium-sized one would be good. I like the domino. I like the graphics on that. We've got this little ticket. We could kind of layer that up like that. I have to say, and this will be terribly painful for you to watch, it looks a lot better if you ink the edges of these pieces, because the white is fairly glaring from where they cut it out. So I will pause you, and I'm just going to ink those little pieces, and I'll be right back. Save you the pain of watching. Hold on. Okay, that only took a minute. Wasn't too bad. And this little boy jumped out of the bucket again, so he must want to go on here. So he got a little inking too, just because he wouldn't stay where he belonged. So now we'll just figure out where to put these guys. Maybe I'll put that one up a little bit. Hopefully you can see. Put that one up a little bit, and that way it's sticking out above the top of the tag. That way it's kind of, or the, help me, what is this called? Tab. There we go. And so it kind of lengthens it. But I think I want to cover up that knot of thread. So cancel that. I think we'll do that. And then can we put that little boy on there? Will he look like he's sitting? Well, he sure does. Let's do that. So I'm going to put some art glitter glue on here. And it's a little fussy working with these tiny pieces because I don't usually do it. But it's oddly satisfying, A, to use them, and B, to make a tiny little masterpiece. Kind of fun. I should have gotten my real tweezers to do this because, well, again, I can't operate the squeezers. Just can't do it. So I'm overlapping those two a little bit and making a place for our little boy to sit. And we've got the nice loopy silver thread. Can you guys see it? Popping out. So that'll be super nice. All right, little boy, let's get some glue on you. Oh, I like him on there very much. Got a little crazy with the glue. Let's get out the glue mop. Very nice. Now let's see, on the back side, we've got some white showing, so I'm just going to ink that. You don't want to do both sides of the tab because that's going to add an incredible amount of bulk to your page, so you don't really want to do that. But that'll be fine. Just like that, and there's one done. Isn't he so cute? I'll put him up there in the done file. Okay, let's do one that's facing, which way was he facing? He was facing that way, so was that one. Let's do one facing this way. How did I turn that around? I thought we made that boy going the other way. All right, do we want to add a little piece of fabric? I found these pieces of muslin that had definitions stamped on them. But maybe I want lace instead. I have, ooh, I'm sorry, I should bring that over so you can see. Just poking through the little bucket here. I have this, which may be a very, very light blue. Can't really tell. And I'm going to cut it right down the center. It's like one of those industrial laces where they run a couple pieces across one piece of fabric. So they're good to cut apart like that. It's very fine, can barely see it. So I'll just go ahead and put the art glitter glue right there. Maybe I'll do this one towards the top since we did the little boy towards the bottom. Just varying it a little bit. And what do we want to put on next? Did I just see another tiny piece of lace flying around? That's so delicate, we could almost use another piece. Here's a little tiny piece with some white and yellow. Let's put that on too, shall we? The more the merrier. I'm going to put it on a little crooked for no reason, just because I wanted to. My squeezers are very sticky already. Okay, and then what will we do next? I have another ticket. I am fond of those. Didn't ink it. Sorry guys, gotta do it. I'll do it fast. I'll do it fast. I like the green and the yellow together. It's hard to tell what is what direction. We could have that. Then we could have this little specimen card. Too close in color, I think. That's a funny little tag. Herald Square. It's even got the little hole reinforcer in it. Oh, they're loose leaf patches. I guess that was a hole reinforcer back in the day. And something else. What else do we want? Do we want a little butterfly? The butterfly is very cute. Some ladies in pretty dresses. Can't really go wrong with ladies, can you? They're going to cover up a lot of that ticket, though. Do we care? Maybe, maybe not. Nope, too much red. Okay, we'll leave it at that. Or maybe we'll put some words on. So we'll just do this real quick. Do our little butterfly. Butterfly was not necessarily cut out all that well, so we'll just get rid of those white edges. His offset is not great. And he's very tiny. Okay, so let's take our ticket. Put plenty of glue on there because it's got to go through that lace. Press that into place. And then we'll take our little loose leaf hole reinforcer advertisement and put that down there maybe. And then how about, I also pulled out, which one is this? This is the Ideology Clippings sticker book because they have fun words and numbers in here. And tell me where the unicorn is. That's kind of fun. Got some numbers, artist. Wow, I'm very indecisive today. How about lesson 175? Why? I don't know. Boy, we've only made 2 and I've already made a huge mess. It is fun though. And this is a sticker, but I don't trust it, so I'll put a little bit of glue on the back. Plus I'm getting it all messy from my fingers. And I think I'll put that direction. We were going to build it up towards the top, weren't we? And I just missed the boat on that. What if we put that one on? Yes, let's do that. There we go. That'll build it up towards the top. Guess I'll have to go over the ticket. We glued that ticket on pretty well. And we put the butterfly right on top of that. I like it. Then if you just have these hanging around, you could add something else if you needed to tie it into a particular journal. You know, if it's not the journal you're working on right now, then you could just do something different to it. Look at that, isn't it pretty? Now I think, as I said, I didn't rewatch the video and I may not have paid attention the whole time. I think Louisa went in at the end and did one stamp on the top over everything to kind of tie it together. So let's go ahead and do that. I have this received by stamp again in the Field Notes collection. Should probably do something about putting those into a container, huh? And I've got my walnut ink distress stain right here. Let's do that. Again, not using a block. Don't want it terribly dark. Oh, might have wanted it a little darker than that. Let's do another one. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Nice. That's a great little page tab. I'm really happy with those. So there's that one. Let's get this out of the way. So now we've got one to go to the right, one to go to the left, and let's do one to go to the top. Let's do it on our ticket background. And I think maybe instead of fabric, I think I might want to use this. It's awfully bright white. But what the heck? Little change up. Just putting some art glitter glue across there. I love these little pieces of paper. I try to include them on my journal pages when I can, but sometimes you just can't, so I save them up. And how about a lace flower on this one? What do we want? Oh, I should pull this over again. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm used to just reaching over. That's a nice piece. We could put that piece there. There we go. That ought to grab that pretty well. And then going through my Tim Holtz bits again. And my ladies. No idea what this says. Standard something something, I don't know, something crystals. Very tiny and perhaps not in English. So we could put that like that. Go for kind of a bluer look. Oh, I like this. We've got some more numbers. A little price tag. I like that. Should we put some red in? Or is that just too red, white, and bluish? A lot of these really tiny ones are red. And those are the ones I was hoping to use. Tell me down below in the comments, what do you use these little bits for? Usually they get lost at the bottom of the bag, which is why I went through last night. It was a good TV watching program, sort of sorting through the sizes. Oh, and we have a little tiny, tiny pointy hand. Yes, I licked my finger. I know, disgusting. There you go. It's true. Okay. I'm going to save you the pain of inking that little tiny pointy hand. Put that down. It's covering up our little torn pieces some, but that's okay. We still have the effect. It'll be good. Put this one down. See if we can get it down straight. What a concept. And we've got this one. Both a little crooked, which is right up my alley. You guys know that. If you've been around a while. Incidentally, if you're new here, welcome. Thanks so much for stopping by. If you're not new here, thank you so much for coming back and putting up with my shenanigans. So that's looking good. It's not terribly dimensional, and that's a good thing. But I feel like it's kind of boring. It needs something. It's got 5 pieces on it, so that's good. But I feel like it just needs one more thing. Does it need a tiny paper clip? Maybe it does. What do we think about that? It's not actually paper clipping anything, but it looks cute. Can I get it in behind the glue? I can. Oh, I could have actually put a little tiny charm on that, huh? Well, it's glued in there now. It's going nowhere. So I like how that looks. And what else do we have that's tiny? What about... Just looking through my piles of stuff over here, you guys. I have these little flat back pearls. Should we put a flat back pearl on it? A little shimmer. A little sparkle's always nice, right? This is going to be tricky with my already sticky hands. Let's see if we can do it with the squeezers. Come on, squeezers. Help a sister out. Yeah, my brain just doesn't operate that way. Tweezers are tweezers. They're not squeezers. Very nice. I like that one a lot too. It's kind of blown out. But won't that be fun on a page tab or something? Or on the top of a page or on a tag or a tab. There we go. Spit it out. Still almost want to put something else on there. Does it want another flower? It's a tiny Tim Holtz flower. Like right in there. Maybe it does. Let's do it. Let's live on the edge. This one has way too much white around the edges. This is fun, you guys. I could do this for hours. And I might. I won't subject you to that, though. I just wanted to show you what I saw. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it already, but in case you missed it, it seemed like it was super fun. I will, of course, link Luisa's original video down below, so you can get it right from the horse's mouth, so to speak. Ooh, sticky, sticky. Okay, then we need, I think I'm going to do our little circle stamp in kind of a darker ink this time. Do I want to do it in black? Maybe. Maybe I do. Oh, that's darker than a person wanted, but that is okay. I like that a lot, and I think we missed, yep, we missed this one. This is the first one I made. Let's go ahead and do that while I'm thinking about it. Oh, I inked right on its little pearl. Look at that. I wonder if it's going to dry. That's kind of cool. Can you see that? I wonder if it'll dry on there or just smear off. We got this one. And we, you know, we can barely see it on there, so let's go ahead and give this little boy another little stamp. That wasn't exactly where I meant to, but that is okay. It fell off my fingers. And I kind of think he wants a butterfly too. Do you think he wants a butterfly? I think he does. Let's give him one. Or a stamp, or this little tiny thing that says chapel. Something in France. A pharmacy. Chapel pharmacy, I guess. I don't know. Maybe he's going there. Maybe he has a headache. Maybe he's getting something for his mother. She has a headache because he's a pest. That's it. There we go. Oh, I like that little bit of blue. I like that a lot. There we go. And then we've got two round things on there. It kind of knocks back that giant circle that I dropped on there. So there we go, you guys. We have all four of these. I will put pictures in at the end, close-ups, because I think they're super cute. And we really did 4 of them in 30 minutes. So once you get all your stuff pulled out, just make a whole bunch of them. It's really fun. And you have all your file folder or index cards, whatever you want to use. And I will see you again really soon. Have a wonderful day, and I hope that this inspired you. Bye.